Hello, welcome to Good Work Now. I'm Dr. Brian Moffitt. Did you know that small businesses drive the United States economy? As a matter of fact, yesterday I found a very interesting statistic when I was doing some research. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, 99.7% of employers are small businesses. So maybe you're at the point in your life where you're ready to stop being someone's employee and you're ready to be your own boss. This month we're going to be focusing on how to start or expand your small business. I am very pleased to welcome to our show today California Capital, a financial development corporation, and with us today we have Clarence Williams, President of California Capital, and also Deborah Muramoto, who's Director of Fund Development and Marketing. Thank you very much for being on our show this afternoon. Today we're going to focus on three things. What is a small business? What are the challenges and the rewards associated with running a small business? There are some realities that we all need to be aware of. And then finally, what are the resources that are available through California Capital and their many partner agencies? Before we begin starting these questions, what is the mission of California Capital?
We're celebrating our 26th anniversary this year, Brian. And with the economy the way it is, California Capital is committed to being a mission-critical organization. We provide business development services for small businesses to provide economic opportunities for our communities. We do business lending, we do financial literacy education, we provide business education workshops and forums, all of which contribute to the health and vitality of small businesses.
Great, wonderful start. And Clarence, let's start with that first question. What is a small business? What are your thoughts about that?
The definition of a small business is one of the most interesting, it's a very interesting question. What we at California Capital do is we use the Federal Small Business Administration's definition of a small business. And I would first say that that definition covers several pages. And by that, the definition of a small business will depend upon the industry. Sometimes it'll depend upon the size. It'll depend upon the sales. But I think it's easy to say that, as you've pointed out, 96% of most small businesses, of most businesses are small businesses by that definition. And one of the easier ways of looking at it, the one thing we like to talk about is when you're talking about less than 100 employees, and in most cases is when you're talking about sales of less than about $1 million a year.
Okay. So a small business could also be, would that be the same as self-employed? Being your own organization of one?
Yes.
Okay.
It could be.
But it could also be larger than that, up to 100, roughly.
100, yeah.
Okay.
We break down that definition even further. We talk about small businesses, and we also talk about, when you talk about self-employed, micro businesses.
Oh, okay.
And micro businesses is a little clearer. There we're talking about 5 or fewer employees, and typically companies needing somewhere under $35,000.
Okay. Okay. Let's now talk about the challenges and the rewards. Let's talk about the realities. What's the reality of starting your own business?
Well, when I look at it, the challenges are many. Deb and I often talk about the types of calls that we get. And frequently those calls will be, I had a dream last night and I would like to start a small business, and I know this is going to be the greatest small business, but they haven't taken into consideration the necessary planning in order to create that small business. And usually the expectation is, if I had 10,000, 25, 50,000, or whatever your amount that you would lend me, that's all it takes. So one of the major challenges is to do your homework before starting that business. Be very aware of financial information, how to read financial information, understanding the market in which you're in, understanding what segment of the market that you're going to go after. So there's a lot of homework and a lot of details that need to be covered to go along with that dream or that ambition.
Let's talk specifically about some of the challenges, financial challenges. What are some if someone out there watching is thinking about, they have a dream and they want to make it happen, what are some of the specific financial things people need to consider before they come calling on your door?
Well, first we like to think, do they have a business plan?
Okay.
Do they have a business plan? This business plan will spell out a lot of the things that I've just spoken of. First of all, what is the market?
Okay.
Is there competition within that market? Why do they think that they would be better than the competition? What niche or advantage would they have? Two, what are the capital requirements for that small business? What are the human resources that are necessary? What type of equipment? And then one that is foremost, do they have the skills necessary to go along with that business? I use the example frequently, grandma makes the greatest pie in the world. And boy, if we could go out and sell grandma's pie, we'd be rich. However, it's a long way from grandma's pies and, say, Marie Callender. What has not taken into consideration is employees, health permits, licensing requirements, overhead, a number of things go along with making pies, from making pies and turning it into a business.
Okay, so folks need to start thinking business, not just their dream, but need to start acquiring some business savvy or skills to translate the dream into reality.
Yes.
You mentioned a couple of things like permitting and licensing. Can you say more about what that involves, getting a permit or getting some kind of licensing?
We typically will give them information on resources available out there in terms of what it takes to get your permitting and licensing. We refer them to the city and the county depending on where their business resides as to where their licensing is. And they will have to go through the process to get that license based on the criteria of either the city or the county, whatever jurisdiction they're in.
Okay. And what about taxes? Can you speak a little bit about what it sounds a little intimidating, I think, when you have to think about all these things, you know. But once you have knowledge, I think that can ease that can keep your dream alive, you know, as being informed and being educated. What are some of the things that folks need to think about regarding taxes? Anything to share there?
Again, we will bring folks in, business owners in. Our loan officer is a certified accountant, and so he can help them a lot in terms of one-on-one counseling. When it comes to actual filing of the taxes, we do workshops in collaboration and partnership with the Franchise Tax Board, the Internal Revenue Service, Board of Equalization, because as a business owner, you need to know what type of taxes you need to be responsible for in terms of sales tax, use tax with the Board of Equalization, personal income tax, your business taxes, payroll taxes, all of the things that go into, you know, there's a number of taxes that are associated with it. And we like to make sure that the business owners that we come in contact with or prospective business owners, they are fully aware of all of the tax ramifications that come along with owning that business.
I want to thank you both very much for being on the show today. You provided some wonderful information about your organization, California Capital, a financial development corporation. If you would like to have more information about California Capital, their website is www.capital.org. Their phone number is 916-442-1729. And be sure to watch our show next time. We're going to be focusing more on what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And until next time, keep up the good work, and thank you for watching.